everybody doing? I was gone for a little bit. I had some things to do. But now we're back, and it's bigger than ever, greater than ever, because it's Check the News, X Check the Market.
It's going to be huge.
With Matea Merta. I hope I said that correctly.
I love how you get like the r in there.
I got to get the little German accent.
A little German in there. It's great.
Alonzo, hello to you. Welcome. Make sure you share the broadcast. We'll be talking about Russia and the market and everything. The market crashed last night when the news came that they invaded, which the Donbass region, they were already there.
Oh, yeah. They've
So
been
I don't,
stationed there
like-
for a long time.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, you know.
It's like they're sitting there and then it's like, oh, we're going to invade. And then it's like, oh, we're there.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like-
they were already there. It was already, war there. So it's just a little overblown. But the market realized it was a little overblown, and it came back up a little bit. Nevertheless, there's going to be some good opportunity to play this, and we're going to go into that today. But before we do, let's take a look and see what's going on in world news.
Let's
Take
check
it away.
Let's see what's going on. Did she just seriously compare Hong Kong to people saying Heil Hitler? This is in Canada. Roll it.
How much vitriol do we have to see of Hong Kong, which is an acronym for Hail Hitler, do we need to see by these protesters on social media? How much?
How much?
How many?
How many? Hong Kong is now the new Hail Hitler.
I'm surprised these people all don't have like aneurysms as they speak. Just speaking
sad.
themselves into a frenzy.
It's like,
How do you not?
how many meds do you have to be on?
How do you not have like
Seriously.
blood pressure problems?
I love, last night I went around Twitter and I just posted Hong Kong everywhere. It's so much fun. You just see their blood pressure rise.
You're on a list now.
Oh, I've been on a list for a long time. I know. I'm very aware. Next. Freedom Convoy USA, we are coming peacefully and lawfully. Roll it.
This message is for the President of the United States of America. My name is Kyle Sepchik of the Freedom Convoy USA 2022, and our routes meet here in DC on March 1st in time for your State of the Union address. We are very organized, and our routes are public. I even pulled a permit for the National Mall to be respectful. I just want to be as transparent as possible from the start so there's no confusion. We are coming peacefully, and we're going to do this lawfully and constitutionally. I want the rest of the world to know our plans so that there's no twisting and lying about who and what we are. I'm coming to you as a father, a small business owner who's unaffiliated to any parties. We just want government overreach to end. On behalf of Freedom Convoy USA 2022, we are asking you to end the state of emergency, end the mandates once and for all. Sir, the world is watching us because they know that if what's happening in Canada happens to us here in the land of the free, then freedom as we know it is gone. So we are leaving the choice to you. The decision is in your hands. This whole convoy, this whole assembly on the National Mall, it doesn't even have to happen if you just end things now and we can get on with our lives.
Right?
To you other convoys that plan on meeting us here, we look forward to seeing you and joining with you. We're going to do this right.
Exactly.
We're going to do this honorably. Mr. President, we have no other motives in this mission. You see, the government, our elected officials of both parties have failed us tremendously these last 2 years.
So
and now it's
true.
time for us, we, the people, to fix this, to end this. We're ready to get back to our lives, the ones promised and guaranteed in the United States Constitution, Bill of Rights, and the contract that you signed and swore an oath to under the one true God. This is simple. End this.
Government for the people and by the people. And the truckers are reclaiming it
That's
for the
right.
people. It's great to see. They're starting in California. I'm seeing all the little clips coming out of like the grassroots. It's really cool to see. Next. Twitter takes down video by Freedom Convoy USA 2022 organizer calling for peaceful protest. No shocker here. They're doing this all across the board. They do not want you to see what is happening in the United States. Next. Breaking, Germany halts the certification of Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline from Russia as West takes punitive measures against Moscow over Ukraine. Let's see it. Germany has taken steps to halt the process of certifying the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline from Russia, Chancellor Olaf Scholz said Tuesday, as the West started taking punitive measures against Moscow over the Ukraine crisis. Scholz said his government made the decision in response to Russian President Vladimir Putin's recognition of the independence of two breakaway regions in eastern Ukraine, that he said marked a serious break of international law. Now it's up to the international community to react to this one-sided, incomprehensible, and unjustified action by the Russian president, he told reporters in Berlin, adding that it was necessary to send a clear signal to Moscow that such actions won't remain without consequences. The decision is a significant move for the German government, which had long resisted pulling the plug on the project despite pressure from the United States and some European countries to do so. Washington has for years argued that building another pipeline bringing natural gas from Russia to Germany increases Europe's reliance on Russian energy supplies. Next. U.S. officials have also warned that Nord Stream 2 poses risks to Ukraine and Poland because it could allow Russia to stop pumping gas through those countries. Scholz's predecessor, Angela Merkel.
Sense.
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
I'm glad you caught it, because it just doesn't make any sense. Yes. Scholz's predecessor, Angela Merkel, had defended the project, as have prominent figures in Scholz's center-left Social Democratic Party. That name of the party in and of itself is freakish at best. The situation now is fundamentally different, Scholz said Tuesday, explaining that the government had decided to withdraw a report on the impact that the pipeline, which hasn't begun operating yet, would have on the security of Germany's gas supplies. That may sound technical, but it's a necessary administrative step without which the certification of the pipeline cannot happen now, he said. Scholz added that Germany's economic ministry would reassess the situation in light of the latest developments. That will certainly take time, if I may say so, he added. So interesting stuff. We'll skip the rest of it.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
I guarantee you that they're not going to do that.
I don't know.
It's just, there's just like posturing right now because of what happened.
Literally globally.
Yeah, Germany gets a ton of their gas from Russia. There's no way that. And then even still, if they say, okay, we're not going to do the Nord Stream 2, they're still going to be pumping gas through the Ukraine and Poland to Germany. So either way, Germany's buying gas from Russia, as is the rest of Europe. So
well, and it's like the
Putin
world is
knows
putting
that.
exactly. The world's putting these sanctions and doing such acts as this, as Germany's doing, all at the same time cutting significant deals with Russia still. So it's all a farce.
Sanctions don't work for a country like Russia, or a lot of sanctions don't work for a country like Russia anyway, because they're independent and they have been. So they're export driven, they're not import driven. So sanctions don't really work because Russia, number one, has an alliance with China. So any and all rare earth metals that they would need, they get from China anyways. And then they've got oil, they've got gas, they've got steel, they've got coal, they've got everything. Russia is independent and self-sufficient. So sanctions aren't really going to do anything except that basically investors won't have access to Russian capital markets. And Russia won't have access to the Western capital markets, which that's about it.
Exactly.
But that's what happened to the Soviet Union too. It's not.
It's always Russia bad.
Yeah, it's always talking.
Always
stop
Russia
wasting
bad.
your time with with these like the UN and all these other countries. How many man hours are wasted every single year on sanctions that do nothing? Not that I'm not that I'm for these countries. Just want to say.
It is true. All right.
For the record.
Next. This one must be you. This has to be yours.
Mark my words, I'm going to make so much money in the stock market in 22. Meanwhile, Putin, dump it.
I like it.
Keep going.
Next. Broadcaster Majid Nuez is trending today following his comments on Joe Rogan's podcast about the World Economic Forum and the rise of authoritarianism. Roll it.
They call it on their own website, they call it the Great Reset. That's what they say themselves.
Yeah, that's a bizarre thing to do, to openly. Why do you think they openly discuss it that way? And openly, because the Great Reset has always been this gigantic conspiracy theory among the online folks. Like, this is all part of the Great Reset. Well, when he wrote a fucking book called The Great Reset, you're like, hey, man, shouldn't you be hiding this?
And in 2017 at Harvard, he's saying, we're going to basically all of these world leaders or penetrate their cabinets with our young global leaders. He's open about this. He's open. Blair's open. During the Iraq War, Blair tried to bring in ID cards in Britain. He failed. Now he's back, and he's trying to bring in digital ID during COVID, right? So they're open about it.
So this is going to be this never-ending process to slowly move the goalposts
towards more and more authoritarianism. Checkpoint society. It's all there. They told us this.
People have to realize this, right? This is important.
What's shocking to me is how Joe Rogan doesn't understand this yet, or it's shocking to him.
Yeah.
It's like you're supposedly everybody praises him as being like in the know and understanding how things work, and it's like this has been going on for decades.
I don't think he's going to hold back anymore either. After they tried to
Really?
cancel him the way, I don't think he is.
Okay, well the interview before
I think
this
he's
guy,
been like red-pilled even more now because of it.
Really?
Yeah, because if I was Joe Rogan and they came against me and I was basically a libertarian talking to every side and trying to like find some middle ground that we can all work on, and then they like came against me, I would be like, all right, fine, whatever.
Really?
Yep.
I would be that way, but he issued an apology for a video he did a long time ago, which was unnecessary in my opinion. And then he just had a globalist before this interview with Majid. He had like a major globalist come onto his program, and like it was very weird to see. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how this pans out.
Yeah.
We'll see how this pans out next.
Inverse Kramer ETF, not Jim Cramer. I thought Russia was invading Ukraine, not my brokerage account. It's true, my brokerage account does look like Russia invaded it over the last 3 days. So we'll see if they stand down, because they should. Dow futures, we're down 125 points on the Dow. We were down at one point over 500 last night before I went to bed. S&P futures down about 10. NASDAQ futures down 71. So there's going to be some buying opportunities here with this whole thing in the next couple of days once it all just sort of calms down a little bit. Keep going. See what else we got going on today. Trade offer. I receive Ukraine. You receive losses in a bear market. Seems like a good trade. He receives Chernobyl and we get losses. Continue. When you load it up on defense stocks and short positions expecting Russia to invade Ukraine, when war. I saw there's a guy I follow on Twitter, and he posted this thing where he said that he doesn't understand how investors, like retail investors, are tweeting that they want war with Russia so that their shorts can print, so they can make money. Which is kind of, why would you want war with Russia so you can make some money? That's
how it's worked for ever. War equals money.
Yeah, but like retail investors, for the majority it was like people making money from defense contracts and stuff like that. But it's like, no, let's have a war. Let's send soldiers over there to get them killed so that, I don't know.
That's how it works.
That sort of thinking, but it wasn't like in the population.
Yeah.
But now it's now it's like in the population, like retail investors. Like that's not a thought pattern that I want to have. Setting up your trading positions to profit from World War III, realizing that you're entering into the draft.
Jeez.
That's good. Oh man. Next. Oh man, that's horrible.
Oh my.
Once every 10 years that bears can celebrate. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? We only got a couple more minutes till the market opens here. Patrick Monks, good morning. Christophorus. Facebook didn't notify me. Man, I'll call him today. I'll call Mark Zuckerberg today. Sandra. Deborah, Matthew, Logan, Scott. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you share the broadcast. We're going to be going over some ways that you can profit from the current tensions that are going on, specifically when it comes to the energy market. What else we got? 2 minutes before the markets open. Huobi co-founder, we're at early stage of a Bitcoin bear market. Next bull run expected in 2024. I don't know if I agree with him, but let's see it. The co-founder of crypto exchange Huobi has shared his view about the current state of the Bitcoin market and when the next bull run will be. We're now at an early stage of a bear market, expecting the next Bitcoin bull market to be around the end of 2024 or the beginning of 2025. So he's basically placing this on the next president of the United States. Should, well, nah, there's going to be a next one. Are you kidding me? There's no way Biden's going to run again. Huobi's executive on the next Bitcoin bull market. Du Jun, co-founder of cryptocurrency exchange Huobi, discussed when the next Bitcoin, slow down, Patrick, Bitcoin bull market might be in an interview with CNBC. The exchange executive explained that Bitcoin bull markets are closely tied to the halving,
You got it.
which occurs every 210,000 blocks or approximately every 4 years. The next one will take place in 2024. He detailed that the last halving took place in May 2020 and Bitcoin topped an all-time high above 68,000 in 2021. Similarly, the halving took place in 2016, saw Bitcoin hitting a record high the following year. The price of Bitcoin then tumbled after hitting record highs. I'll have to look into this. Noting that Bitcoin has fallen about 40% since its all-time high in November last year, Du was quoted by the news outlet as saying, if the pattern continues, we are now at an early stage of a bear market. Following the cycle, it won't be until the end of 24 or beginning of 25 that we can welcome the markets are open. Let's see if it updated here. Hasn't updated yet. Come on. Oh. I just lost internet.
Oh, dang.
Well, looks like I won't be using that. All right, let's see here. And it looks like the Dow Jones is down 188 points, the S&P is down 20 points, and the Nasdaq down 117. Not too bad. Let's take a look at cryptocurrencies while we're at it. Oof. Bitcoin down to 37. There we go. Bitcoin down to 37,536. Ethereum 2,500. Cardano 87. Avalanche 72. Man. Dogecoin 13. Let's see, where is XRP? They're hiding it from me. XRP was at 67 cents last night. Let's see where it's at right now. 70 cents, not too bad. XRP. Doing tax to Coinbase, you can upload on TurboTax this year. Oh, wow. So they integrated. That is interesting. Crypto is going down. Yes, Lucy. Robinhood is good to use. Robinhood is good for beginners. Even Cash App. If you have Cash App, you can buy some stocks on there, and it will be good just to like dip your toes in the water. DWAC is at $94. Not too bad. All right, let's see what else is going on. Mexico's third richest billionaire says, buy Bitcoin, forget about selling, you'll thank me later. The third richest billionaire in Mexico, Ricardo Salinas Pliego, advises to buy Bitcoin, keep buying while the price is still low, and hold the crypto without thinking of selling. Trust me, you're going to thank me later. Mexico's third richest billionaire, Ricardo, gave some advice Saturday about investing in Bitcoin. Salinas is the founder and chairman of Grupo Salinas, a group of companies with interests in telecommunications, media, financial services, and retail stores. According to Forbes' list of billionaires, his net worth is currently more than $13 billion. The billionaire tweeted Saturday urging his Twitter followers to buy Bitcoin and keep while the price of Bitcoin is still low. You have to buy Bitcoin, keep buying when the price is low, then just hold your Bitcoin, forget about selling. Trust me, you're going to thank me later. Bitcoin has fallen more than 40% since its all-time high in November last year. A number of people and corporations have bought the dip, including the NASDAQ-listed MicroStrategy, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, and the government of El Salvador, including your host of Check the Market, Patrick Franz. He has also been buying, so we can add him to that list too. Keep going. This is not the first time Salinas has strongly recommended buying Bitcoin. He explained in June last year, Bitcoin is an asset that has extraordinary properties. All the advantages that Bitcoin has for me make it gold for the modern world. Whoa.
Wow.
In comparison, Salinas often attacked fiat currency, calling it a fraud. Governments don't like Bitcoin. It burns them that people can get out of their fiat trap because that's what fiat money is, a fraud. Oh, wow. I'm surprised that he would say that. In November, he referenced the scale of fake money creation in the U.S., stating, good old USA is looking more and more like any other irresponsible third world country. He then advised, buy Bitcoin right now. I think he's just trying to pump. He's trying to pump so he can dump. He reiterated December last year, stay away from fiat money, the dollar, the euro, the yen, or the peso. I'm glad he included his own currency in there. They're all the same story. It's fake money made of paper and lies. The central banks are printing more money than ever before. Invest in Bitcoin. Keep going. Krispy Kreme, everybody's favorite donut store. When that red light is on, the line is around the block. Krispy Kreme reports, have you ever seen that, Nick, down in Washington? I'm surprised. Every time I drive by and that light is on, there's like a line of cars. You are. Nick is typically in that line. Krispy Kreme is so amazing, bro. So yes, Krispy Kreme reports first quarterly profit since going public, fueled by strong holiday sales. Let's see it. Krispy Kreme on Tuesday reported its first quarterly profit since going public, again, but fell short of Wall Street's expectations for its earnings. Shares of the donut company rose nearly 2% in pre-market trading. So am I connected yet? Not connected. Let me look it up here. Krispy Kreme, see what they're trading at. DNUT, Krispy Kreme, up 5%, trading at $14.45. Is it time to buy Krispy Kreme? I don't know about the stock, but the donuts, yes. I highly recommend. It is a low-risk investment, especially if you just eat a couple of them. It's a low-risk investment. Take a brisk jog, and you'll jog off all the calories, so you'll be fine. Let's... Krispy Kreme is fueled by me, says Rick. Krispy Kreme did tempt you with some free ones if you did get a certain, how should we put this, medical procedure.
Injection.
Yes. Performed on you. Let's keep going with the article. Here's what the company reported compared with what Wall Street was expecting based on the survey of analysts by Refinitiv. Earnings per share 8 cents versus 9 cents expected. Revenue $371 million versus $364 million expected. The additional, what is that? If I could count this early in the morning. What is that, 7? The additional $7 million is just from the Washington County Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme reported fourth quarter net income of $4.3 million or 1 cent per share. A year ago, its quarterly net income was not meaningful, according to the company's release. That's a good way to put it. If you don't make enough money, just put on your financial statement, not meaningful. Excluding items, the company earned 8 cents per share, missing the 9 cents per share. Keep going. CEO Mike Tattersfield said in an interview that Krispy Kreme, like the broader restaurant industry, is seeing labor and commodity inflation. Although it's able to hedge against higher ingredient costs, the cost of sugar, wheat, and oil make up about 12% of company sales. He said that the company has pricing power too. In the fourth quarter, Krispy Kreme raised prices twice. Are you kidding me? Compared with the year ago period, the company's prices are now up by the high single digits worldwide. We're still seeing this as an opportunity. Tattersfield credited strong Halloween and holiday demand for the company's strong sales growth. Looking ahead to the first quarter, he said Valentine's Day also saw robust sales. The February holiday is typically the company's biggest day for sales. That's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, why would Valentine's Day? I would think it would be National Donut Day. When is that? When is National Donut Day?
Is there such a thing?
Yeah, we'll get some Krispy Kreme donuts on set for that
All
day.
right.
Keep going. What else we got? Our brand doesn't tend to be a daily ritual. It tends to be at a gathering. Ooh, wow. For 2022, Krispy Kreme is anticipating net revenue growth of 11 to 13%. That's pretty good. So it might be worth taking a look at it because it's, let's see what we got here. 52. Friday, June 3rd. So we will be getting Krispy Kremes on set. So yeah, let's take a look here. What's the high? Looks like right around $19. It was back in September when they IPO'd. And we're down to $14.24. So it could be a good opportunity to buy if you would like to buy some Krispy Kreme donut stock, DNUT. Let's take a look at some. Oh no, we got one more article. Volkswagen and top investor move closer to Porsche IPO. Porsche IPO. I'd be interested in that. A new logo of German Volkswagen and its top shareholder have drawn up a preliminary agreement to list Porsche, paving the way for a deal that investors hope will unlock the value from the luxury car brand and could be one of the world's largest stock market debuts. A listing could also shift the balance of power at Europe's biggest car maker if its top shareholder group, the Porsche and Piech families, decide to cut its stake in Volkswagen to buy into the initial public offering of Porsche, an option previously flagged by sources. Such a move would loosen the family's grip on the German group in favor of direct ownership of the sports car brand founded by their ancestor Ferdinand Porsche in 1931. Continue. Volkswagen is weighing issuing an equal number of ordinary and preference shares in potential Porsche AG listing and may pay a special dividend to its owners to drum up support. Two people familiar with the matter told Reuters. Ordinary shares confer voting rights, and Porsche SE, the holding company of the Porsche and Piech families that hold 53.3% of voting rights at Volkswagen, said it could buy ordinary shares at any listing of Porsche AG. So Porsche might be listing in an IPO. So we'll keep an eye on that because that's going to be especially since Volkswagen is going fully electric. I think that this could be something interesting to keep an eye on.
I don't know how I feel about that.
About Porsche going public?
Going fully, like going in the direction of electric.
Yeah, I know, but the Porsche Taycan, if you get a chance, look it up. I mean, it's a sweet looking car. Yeah.
Okay.
For an electric car, it is.
All right.
They had
I'll look it up.
The Porsche 918 Spider, which is also it's like a hybrid, and they had a sound system in the exhaust or something like that. Yeah.
What?
It's pretty cool. So they can actually make the car sound like it has an engine.
Jeez.
That way you still get the full Porsche experience.
Fair enough. Just get the real thing.
That's right.
Just get the real thing.
All right, let's take a look at some stocks to research, especially with the current tensions that are going on. The energy market is always something that you can take a look at. So I have a couple of plays that I have been participating in here recently. And I got 2 different ones for you. So there's the Direction ETFs and the ProShares ETFs. So for Direction, I've gone over this before. I saw back in October. And the ticker symbol is ERX. ERX for the first one. This is a 2x leveraged ETF that seeks the performance of the Energy Select Index. So it's an energy ETF. But if this one goes up by 1%, or if the energy index goes up by 1%, the Energy Select Index, this stock goes up by 2%. So it's a high-risk play because it's leveraged 2x, but you can make twice the money. Then on the opposite of that end of that, you got ERY. So you got ERX, which is positive, ERY, which is the bear, the Direction Daily Energy Bear 2x share. So this is a 2x inverse leveraged ETF that seeks the inverse performance of the Energy Select Index. So if the Energy Select Index, which is XLE, ticker symbol XLE, goes down by 1%, this one goes up by 2%. So it's just the inverse. So you can play both sides of the coin. So if there's news, oh, Russia is doing this, energy spikes, you can make money on the bull end of it, and then once things calm down, you can make money on the bear end of it too once energy prices drop again. So ERX, ERY, take a look at those. And then I've got 2 more, which is BOIL and KOLD. BOIL and KOLD. BOIL is the ProShares Ultra Bloomberg Natural Gas, BOIL. It's 2x leveraged ETF that tracks the performance of the Bloomberg Natural Gas sub-index. So this is not energy as a total. This is as a whole. This is natural gas. So this is a good one to trade on news of Russia and Ukraine as well. So you can take a look at that. And then the opposite side of that is KOLD, or cold, with a K, cold. It's a 2x inverse leveraged ETF that tracks the performance of the Bloomberg Natural Gas Subindex. So if natural gas prices go down, then this will go up, and it'll go up 2x. So ERX, ERY, bull and bear, and then BOIL, bull, and KOLD, bear. So take a look at those. That's one way for you to be able to play these tensions that we're having right now, so that there's since the overall market's down, there's still a way to make some money. Just remember, there's always, this is the tip of the day, there's always a stock that's going to go up, even if the market goes down. 2008, there were winners. 2020, there were winners. You look at Zoom, look at all those companies that made huge gains when other stocks were going down. So whenever there's something that's going on, you can think strategically. What is going to be affected? What stocks are going to be affected by what is going on in world news, and you can play it that way. That's what Nancy Pelosi does, except she does it about 24 hours ahead of everybody else.
Well, her husband does. She just gives information to her husband.
She does. That is true.
Yeah.
It's just casual dinner conversation.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Every day.
So the Dow Jones is down about 250 points, the S&P down 13, and the NASDAQ down 27. I thought it was going to be much worse yesterday with all the headlines that I was seeing last night. Andre says invest with caution in those. Yes, those are all high risk. So do invest with caution in those. They are not low risk. They are very high risk. I have lost money on them, but I've also made money. Awesome. So those are the ones for today. Does anybody have any questions before we close it out today? Thank you, Ninja. I appreciate the compliment.
You have a brain and I have news.
Unless you're unless you're legitimately asking for another ministry. All right. Well, if you'd like to invest in Revival today, we'll give you an opportunity to do that now. And I've got a new book for you that I'm going to do as a giveaway, as a way to say thank you for investing in Revival today.
Ooh.
The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. The Success Secret of the Ancients, the most inspiring book on wealth ever written. So this book is one of my favorites because it's written in basically in parables. So it's financial principles written as stories. So somebody who starts a business,
That's
somebody.
cool.
So it's all written from the perspective of some guy in Babylon that is starting a business and different, managing family finances, things like that. So The Richest Man in Babylon, and we'll get that to you. AJ Bible says it's a great book. I agree. It's actually one of my favorites. So if you'd like to, if you'd like that book, if you invest in Revival today, we'll send that to you as a thank you, and you can do so by doing hashtag donate on Facebook. You can text RT to 50155. Cash App, $RTGive, Venmo at RTGive, revivaltoday.com/PayPal. And then we also accept cryptocurrency. If you'd like to scan that code right there, that QR code with your phone, just open up the camera and scan the code. We accept cryptocurrency. Or if there's any other cryptocurrency you'd like to donate, call our office, 412-446-2332, or email us, info@revivaltoday.com. Let's see, Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, Pennsylvania, 15329. Then don't forget to claim your offer, which is The Richest Man in Babylon.
I agree with Sandra. It sounds like a great book for those who are homeschooling.
It is. It's a good book
That'd be
because
great.
it's all in. A lot of financial books are very dry.
No
So
kidding.
this one's still a little dry, but it's written like in a fun way where
Yeah.
you'll be able to understand principles. I listen to it. I have it on audiobook, and so I listen to it once a year. And
Oh, that's cool.
I really like that book.
in
There's
color. It's not black and white.
that book, obviously the Bible, and then
That's a good one too.
the Man-Eaters of Tsavo by George Patterson.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
It's a great book.
All right.
That's one of the ones that I read every single year. So there you have it. That's it for today. Come back with your questions tomorrow. We'll take some questions at the end. And we will see you all tomorrow. Go out there, make some money today. We'll see you.